Hey, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Jam and I love makeup. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. I was super excited to do this video today, and then I don't know what happened. In my head, it was like, oh, I can't film this today. I haven't done these videos, so I can't do this one. Yes, I can. I don't have to upload it first. I can just film it because I want to, and then upload it in hopefully what is a sensible timeline. So that's what I'm doing. So you will have seen this look probably a couple whiles ago. It was a Copy Kitty video. So anyway, we're going to talk about the best face products that I purchased and used from 2024. I know most people do these videos in December before the new year starts, but quite frankly, I was having way too much fun doing other things. And these videos tend to be a bit more work, like physically a bit more work. So I put it off until now. And I think that's absolutely okay because I don't think we really care, do we? All right, let's just get into it. I'm going to go through this in the order of application. I'm gonna skip two things. The Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Powder Balm thingy, and my fan is on, which is probably causing a weird noise. Okay, I'm gonna skip the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Powder Balm thingy because I have been on and on and on and on about that so many times. I love it. It's amazing. You know I love it, unless you're new. In that case, I love it. I have normal skin with an oily T-zone, and it keeps my oils under control all day long. I did powder a little bit next to my nose, my chin, my forehead, and then like on my nose a little bit. Because of the lights, it can seem like I'm really, really oily, even if I'm not really oily. But if I weren't filming, I wouldn't have had to powder my face at all. So we're not gonna talk about that. And we're not gonna talk about foundation because I have a whole video on like the foundations I would recommend if you had skin similar to me, or if you were like incredibly good with skincare and prep and all of that, because that's like the most important part of getting your makeup to look good. So let's start with concealer. I tried a couple this year, but this Juvia's Place concealer, it's big, it seems thick, it seems like it shouldn't work. But it does. I think it looks really good. I have wrinkly under eyes. I'm 47 years old. My skin moves and wrinkles, and it's a whole thing. So I feel like there's going to be some evidence of that under my eyes, no matter what I'm wearing. Today I got a little carried away and forgot what I was doing. I may be onto something new, but for right now, I'm not sure because I forgot to pay attention. But I'm gonna try, really. So the Juvia's Place concealer is fantastic. I only need the tiniest bit because it is super pigmented. It only takes a little, so I can just like dab it on. I did film B-roll for this, so I dab it on and then blend it out, and it looks really, really nice. I don't usually have to powder it. Sometimes after I'm all done powdering with my puff, I'll just use whatever's hanging around on it and just tap it gently on my under eyes, just for like the tiniest dusting of a little something to mattify, and that's it. And I think it looks pretty darn good all day long. I'm looking, a little rough now, but I've been at this for many hours. So All right, next. On the daily, I set my face with pretty much anything. I like the Nakia Joy powder, like a lot. The Sephora one is good. The Ulta one is good. They're all pretty darn good. So, you know, I think mostly a powder's a powder, so long as you're not getting something that's luminous when you want something that's matte, or vice versa. But for a finishing powder or a buffing powder, this Sephora Micro Smooth Powder has been the best thing ever. It is, in my opinion, exactly like the Dior Backstage Powder No Powder. It is exactly like that. It leaves, I don't think it's a sheen, it's not a shine, but it does leave my skin looking like skin, like not 100% matte, but not shiny. It looks like skin looks, you know, after you've washed your face and maybe slapped on a bit of moisturizer. You know, your skin doesn't look flat and matte. And that is what this powder does. So if you were like, man, I really wish I had tried the Dior powder, get that. I wouldn't stake my life that it's the same thing, but I'd be pretty comfortable betting everything in my bank account, which, okay, at the moment, it's not a lot, but listen, we're going on a cruise, okay? Right, next. I am a nutter and could not pick one product for each of the following categories. So I did 2 to 3 because I have to. So, ooh, come here. You and you. I went for liquid, cream, and powder where I could. So for contour, this e.l.f. bronzer contour doobie, I don't love that they are considering them interchangeable, but at the same time, what is a contour on me might be a bronzer on you, and what is the opposite of that. It's late, I'm tired. You know, like, so I get it, it's totally fine, but you should know that for me, in my skin tone and what I like, I prefer something cooler for a contour. So almost like a gray undertone. It's what I like. So this e.l.f. one, the best. I have tried several different liquid cream contour products, and that is amazing. I love it. It's not scary. It blends, it goes over a set base without messing anything up, which I think is just fantastic. It's amazing. Love, love, love it. Would recommend. It's taken me a while to wrap my head around the fact that I can go in with liquid products after I've set my base, because for a while there weren't really any liquid products you could put on top of powder. Some cream products, if you were careful, you could, but that goes over beautifully. And then for my powder contour is the Sephora one. It's amazing. I probably should be telling you shades, but I mean, I have videos on all of these. All of this stuff is new, so it would be in my new makeups for 2024 playlist, or full face of Sephora, full face of e.l.f. Like, they're really easy to find in my playlist section. But this is in shade 02, light to medium. Love, love, love this. I searched and searched and searched for a contour powder for my own self, and the only one I found that I actually liked, that I thought actually looked like shadow on my face, like not shadow, like shadows, was the Kevin Aqua. And that puppy is expensive. I didn't want to have to repurchase it. I mean, it's lasted me forever because I just use a tiny, tiny bit. I won't have to repurchase the Kevin Aqua now that I know about this one. I'm set for contour for a very, very long time. I didn't have to use the powder and the cream or the liquid. I just chose to because I couldn't decide between the two. Neither one of them are expensive. I mean, e.l.f., how is it they're giving us the best liquid contour on the market, at least that I've tried. I've tried all of them, but it's so good. I don't want to try anymore because I can get it from e.l.f. and only spend a few dollars, which means more money towards vacation. I picked up another e.l.f. liquid bronzer contour thingy. This one is still a bit too cool for me. So as I get more tan, either on vacation or next summer, I'll be able to use that. But right now, it's too cool. So I don't really have a cream one, but that one is fantastic and it works beautifully if the shade works for you. So I would absolutely say that's the best. And then second, or side by side for the powder version, we have the NYX Buttermelt Bronzer. So I have it in 01 Buttercup and Buttercup and 03 Deserve Butter. I love these bronzers with my entire heart. They are so good. They're easy to blend, they're pigmented, so you know, you can stretch a little bit a long way, or you can pile it on and just have it as strong and loverly as you want. I highly recommend these. But also worth mentioning that I didn't try this year, the L'Oreal bronzers are, I think, as good. I think. So there's that. For blush, this is where things got a little bit excessive. I went in, I chose three. I had to, a liquid, a cream, and a powder. So for liquid, unsurprising, it's the e.l.f. one. I have this in 4 shades. If I didn't have a giant blush collection, I would absolutely want all of these, but I have so many blushes. Nobody has any business having as many blushes as I do, and I shouldn't. And I really only want to declutter one, I think. I'm gonna do more than that, but I don't really necessarily want to. This liquid blush is so good. Again, a tiny bit goes a very long way. It is lovely. It blends out beautifully on top of foundation and concealer and powder and bronzer. It just works beautifully. Admittedly, I tap it on with a Rephr 04. I'm very, very diligent about tapping on my face products. I can do a little smearing too with these, and it doesn't wreck my base at all. So, but a lot of times you do have to just, you know, be careful and give it a little tap. For cream, this was a very late entry. We have the Cosmic Beauty cream blushes. These are so good. This shade is very, very light and looks a little, I don't know where I was. I got into the door and then nobody was there. I hate that. I have a sign on my door that says, don't knock. Don't make it weird. Don't knock. By the time I get out there, nobody's there. Read the room, people. Anyway, I have used all of the blushes and I love them all. I chose this one because I was trying to coordinate my blush with other blushes I had that were similar-ish and would go with my makeups today. And then I used the NYX Buttermelt blush in the shade Vivid Watermelon, which is 07 Butter with Thyme. This is beautiful. I love these blushes so much. They are amazing, all of them. I have not tried one I didn't like, and I have literally all of them. So yeah, I think they're amazing. Also wanted to use and point out the L'Oreal Infallible blushes. These are great. I mean, so good. I really like them. If I had to choose between the two, I would not. Well, I think evidence shows that I like the NYX ones enough to buy all of them, whereas the L'Oreal ones, I have 2. So that tells a story. Also, the L'Oreal ones, I want to say, are like $12 or $13 maybe, where the NYX ones were 10. And then as soon as I bought them all, they went on sale. Buy one, get one. That'll learn me. We've done all the things, I think, except highlight. Please let this be right. Oh my gosh. I tried a fair amount. No, not a fair amount. I tried a few highlighters this year. Honestly, I was waiting for NYX to come out with their buttermelt highlighters. I assumed there would be one, but that didn't happen. And I gotta say, NYX, you really let me down on this one. I was ready. I knew I was gonna get them. But instead, I settled for the L'Oreal Infallible blushes, or highlighters. They did 2, I bought them both. They're very, very different highlighters, in my opinion. On my right cheek, I put Champagne Glow. This one came broken. I repressed it with some alcohol, let it dry out, and it's amazing. And then on my right cheek, we have Icy Gold, which is such a funny, interesting name because it's not icy, which, you know, would imply that it's cool, but it's not. It's got that gold in it. It's so good. This one was not broken. And when I put it on, it was a completely different highlight to the champagne one. The champagne one was sparkly and in your face and what I really like in a highlight most of the time. The Icy Gold one was shiny, but not overly in your face and not super shiny, like glowy. Maybe it was glowy as opposed to shiny. I ended up going over both cheeks with both products. But because this one was so different, I didn't know if it was because the other one was broken. So I broke this one, like intentionally. I smashed it all up and then repressed it. And it is getting some hard pan, which is, I don't care. You just rough it up a little bit, and hard pan is not a problem. If it bothers you, I think it's worth knowing that that can happen, but just get a spoolie and, you know, scratch at it a tiny bit for a minute, and you've got excellent product again. So anyway, I really do like both of those a lot. Like I said, I didn't try too many. The Sephora one was fantastic. Really liked that one. The Ulta one is good. Like, there's a lot of good ones, but the champagne one is knock your socks off. So yeah. And I think that is all of the face products. I absolutely love the Morphe Continuous Mist Setting Spray in the black can. I tried the mattifying one because I like a matte face. That was a disaster. It ruined my makeup that day. It was horrible. I don't recommend. And I do really like the Charlotte Tilbury setting powder. Nope. Setting spray. But I like it. It's the Airbrush Flawless. Party all night, stay all day. Yeah, that's definitely not happening. I'm not partying all night unless you mean a couple of Dove chocolates in bed with the newsroom, the show, not a room full of people. I put this on underneath my foundation. It's like, I don't go anywhere, but if I were going to, and I needed my makeup to be amazing all day, like if I were going full glam and needed everything to stay looking perfect, I would put this on after the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Powder Bomb thingy and before foundation. And then foundation, powder, the rest of my products, and that face is not moving. It's not melting, it's not sweating, it's going nowhere. Especially if you combine it with my #1 foundation for 2024. If you missed that video, you should check it out. I've only got 4 ranking videos, I think, so really easy to find. But that's it. Those are, in my opinion, the best of the best that I tried in 2024. I think that leaves us with one more category, which I'm calling like miscellaneous. We're talking liners, lips and eyes, brows, lipsticks, lip gloss, eye primers, things like that. And then I think that will be the best of the best for 2024 done and dusted, because I got to get through my declutters. I have to get through my declutters. But before I do that, I have to do like ranking all of the face products I tried this year. So that will be the video you see before this one. At some point, I have to film it. Everything's out, because in my head I thought I had to do that before I could do this one. But I can do whatever I want. I can do what I'm excited for and just post it at different times. So anyway, I am excited to film the video with all of the products. That's going to be a long one. I would recommend fetching a snack, though you've already seen it, so why am I even saying that? See what happens? In my head, I can't keep things straight. I should probably write some notes down. I'm going to go do that now. Hopefully you liked this video. Let me know what you think of the products. If you agree with me or disagree with me, it's totally cool. Like, you can love something I don't, and I can love something you don't, and it's amazing because we're different. And if you love dewy skin and dewy products and I don't, that means I wouldn't love the stuff that you're wearing. And vice versa. You wouldn't love my matte products. You know what I mean? So we can learn from each other and not agree on loving the same makeups. Right? Right. Plus, it's all just fun and personal opinion. And you know what they say about opinions. Everybody has one, and everyone thinks everyone else's stinks. All right, hopefully you liked this. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Either way, I appreciate you hanging out with me today. Be good, and remember to be kind to you.